G'day guys, how's it going? My name is Aza Whitnall and this is AZAWorld Sport. And England last night drew to Russia in the opening game of Euro 2016 and it sucks, basically. England should have won this game. Obviously the last minute equaliser from Russia was like a real sucker punch, but I think unfortunately England were their own downfall at the same time. Russia, I get that every team in Euro 2016 is going to be a tough opponent, but England, as far as I'm concerned, should have done better against Russia. I know that we dominated them, but then we should be dominating them when you look at the players we have as opposed to the players that they have. But when you just look at some of the actual stats and some of the real opportunities in the game, there weren't really that many. And what I mean by that is, yeah, okay, we created lots of half chances. But can anyone, aside from maybe the Wayne Rooney chance where the goalkeeper Akinfire made that fantastic save, actually think of a real clear-cut opportunity for any of our players? I mean, let's just look at it this way. Harry Kane, who played up front for England last night, didn't have a single touch of the ball inside of the box. I think that kind of tells you everything. Roy, unfortunately, I think was the downfall in terms of the way in which he used his substitutes. I think it was a very negative frame of mind that he used, towards the end of this game, especially when you look at the fact that, Russia had two centre-backs who are well into their 30s. I think they're 33 and 35. We've got Jamie Vardy, who's one of the quickest strikers in the whole of Europe, sitting on the bench. All we need to do is pop him on and get him sitting on them like there's no tomorrow. Ball over the top or ball through the middle, they are never going to catch him. And if they somehow miraculously do, it's probably going to be a penalty because they're only going to be able to catch him from behind and bring him down. So I really think he missed the trick with that. I thought the midfield was good. I thought there was good balance between Dier, Ali and Rooney. Sterling, as far as I'm concerned, Sterling shouldn't have started the game. I think Sterling's a very good dribbler. To a point. I mean, he puts his head down and runs with it, but you never see him, try and mix it up. You never see him do anything like a step over or pull off some kind of sublime skill to actually beat a man. It's always like pull it back, then go forward, pull it back, then go forward. And he just reminds me of a young Aaron Lennon at the moment. So, I just don't really see why Sterling started, and I don't really think he had that much of an impact on the game. I think you would have been better off. Clearly wasn't working at half time because it was 0-0. You would have been better off bringing on Jamie Vardy for Raheem Sterling. I thought Lallana was doing perfectly well on the pitch. He was actually putting in a good performance. And all you simply do is you put Lallana almost back into that midfield three, push Ali forward, so it's almost like a diamond formation. But obviously those three, Lallana, Rooney and Ali, all have free roles and have Kane playing just behind Vardy. And that's the way that I would have shaped it in the second half, because I think that with a little bit more pace and a little bit more directness, England would have absolutely destroyed Russia. So, as amazing as that Eric Dier free kick was, and did the pub I was in go absolutely nuts when that went in, as I'm sure the rest of the country did. And Eric Dier, for me, was man of the match for England last night. I thought he was brilliant all round. Unfortunately, the equaliser I don't think was anything particularly special. As much as Roy Hodgson thinks it was a fantastic goal, I don't think it was a fantastic goal. I think that England should have been pressuring a lot better. And again, I just think it's down to that unfortunate negative mindedness as to why we ended up conceding and not winning that game when we should have. So there are positives to take from the game, definitely. There are definitely positives to take from the game. But at the same time, I think it proves that yet again, we are our own downfall in terms of how we're thinking and the tactics that we're using within the game. I didn't see the point in taking Rooney off. He was controlling play fairly well for us, I thought, especially with his passing ability. So why he needed to come off, I do not know. Especially when you're only 1-0 up, why are you taking off your captain? 2-0, fine. With a few minutes to go, that's fine. But 1-0, really, in your opening game of Euro 2016, when you know you've never won an opening game of the European Championships? That one's a little bit beyond me. And yeah, how another striker like Vardy, Sturridge, or even Rashford didn't make it onto the pitch is yet again beyond me. But, look, at least we got a point. It could have been worse. We could have lost. So all we got to do is keep our fingers crossed and hopefully, let's look at it from a Spain perspective. When Spain won the World Cup in 2010, obviously, they lost their opening game of the World Cup and then went on and won the whole competition. So who knows? Even though we conceded that last-minute goal, hopefully we can have a similar competition to that. Fingers crossed anyway. But, come on, boys, you can do it against Wales. We know you can, even though Bale and Wales indeed played fantastic against Slovakia. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting group from here on, but keeping my fingers crossed. So until the Wales game, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you again soon. Remember, please let me know what you thought of the game. Do you agree with me? Don't you agree with me? Leave your comments below, let me know. And for all things wildlife, adventure and sport, then AZAWorld is your place.